Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another morning scan video. Today is December 3rd, 2018. I wanted to make this a little bit earlier, but I was focusing on trading here. As you can see, we entered into an Ethereum short position, and take profit 1 has already been hit. So far, this is a fantastic trade. And I want to go over this trade, why I entered, and stuff like that. And I also want to talk about Bitcoin's price action a little bit. So first, let's start with Bitcoin. I have the wrong chart. Oops. Where's my chart? Sorry, I probably should have been more prepared, but as usual, I am not. Here it is. Okay. So this is why I entered into the Ethereum short. Because, well, we're already short on Bitcoin, and I didn't really feel like adding to my position. I already have a healthy position, and, I just really didn't feel the need to. I just wanted to get into an Ethereum position anyway, but regardless, this has been happening for Bitcoin for so long now. What you see is this tight consolidation period. So we were in a 1.6% trading range for about 10 hours, really? 10 hours, I guess. So we were in that tight trading range for 10 hours. So typically what you see from those consolidation periods is a run up. So you see the stops taken on either if it's down below or up, and then you see a violent move in the opposite direction. So if you remember my video from yesterday, I explained my live trade thread or whatever that I put on Twitter. We saw something very similar. We saw a tight consolidation period, a run up to the stops, and then a violent bounce. Oh, look right here actually. So tight consolidation, run the stops, violent reaction down. We saw that again just a few hours ago, I guess. But yes, so I wanted to enter into Ethereum. We entered into Ethereum when Bitcoin was about here, which was okay. But initially, as you can see in the message, I said something like there's no confirmation yet, so plan your position size accordingly. And what I meant by that is what I typically like to look for, what makes me feel very safe in trades, is something like this. We see a breakdown from this support area, a retest as resistance, and then a dump. That's ideally what I want to see, but sometimes, when the stars align and just everything is going to plan, then, I enter when there's not that concrete confirmation, I guess you could say. But now we're in a really great position right now. Take profit 1 hit. Take profit 2 was 20 cents away from hitting, which is completely fine. I just think it will hit. I wouldn't put the take profit there if I didn't think it would. But I really didn't think we would dump directly through that equilibrium in one shot. But I'm very happy with our Ethereum position. I think that's a healthy position, and it will also in turn be very profitable. So this is my more detailed chart. And I want to go over this a little bit because I had this big time liquidity area marked, if you guys remember. And look what happened after we tapped that liquidity. We just completely dumped. And there was big time liquidity there because of how many hours we were bouncing around in this area, right? So the range equilibrium has not held. So now the only area of liquidity that we have left is the liquidity up here. That's still untested, and the liquidity down here. So of course, the dumps have been just absolutely brutal, and the buyback volume is extremely pathetic. So I still am gunning for this liquidity down here and a test of the demand zone block. And I believe that's really everything. Oh, I just wanted to go over the daily as well. Actually, is this my daily? Yeah, okay. So this is what I'm looking at for the daily. My daily chart has not changed at all. Sorry, I was just reading what I said here. I guess it doesn't really matter right now. But what the bulls want to see is a close above 3768.5. Okay, and what we want to see is a close below 3768.5. But to be honest, any close below 4070, and I feel very, very comfortable in our position. Really, other than that, there's not much else to say. I'm very happy with our positions. I'm thrilled with Ethereum. Our Bitcoin short is doing fantastic. So overall, it's a good day. It's a nice start to the week, and hopefully we can keep up this momentum. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to ask.